I got tagged recently by a weapon collector in the best flashlight and knife combination for under £40 or $40. Thanks very much for doing that. I really do appreciate these tags. I've got knives that I can cover that quite happily with. Torches, though, set me thinking, really, what do I actually use a torch for? I live in what's essentially a city. It's a conglomeration of 3 towns. It's well lit, and I don't really need a torch as much. When I used to camp a lot, I had a Maglite, and I still really rate these. They do chomp through the batteries though. By the bedside, I've got this Maglite, and that counts because it was a present, so that was essentially free. This is quite good for just shining through the window and seeing if there's anything out there, and if there is, you've got something fairly weighty to deal with that. The problem is you can't carry them around ordinarily, just because you like carrying them, because people have been done for offensive weapons. Let's take that one out of the mix then. Which leaves, and that one out, which leaves these three. These are quite cheap torches. This, I think, was £5, £7, something like that in Aldi or Lidl. Real simple torch. It's a same one as this one, Livano Lux, or Livano. Simple push button, beam pattern alters, and you can't pull the end off. I have tried. And the best thing I like about this torch is you can stick it in your mouth and still have your hands free to do things. So this is something I've been using when I've been working on the car, when I've been looking for things. I make models, and we have this big joke about the carpet monster, which inevitably you'll drop a small piece somewhere and then spend hours crawling around looking for it. And one of the best ways I've found it is just torching around, looking and feeling at the same time. So this would be, frankly, one of the torches I use the most. It's a nice size to go in your pocket. Little pocket clip, which does actually work quite well, and it's been fairly reliable. I've had this for what, 2-3 years. I've used it a couple of times, a few times a week. The contacts are getting a bit dodgy, but it was a cheapish torch. I would like to place it with a better one. The second one I would really rate is this Amtech that came from our corner shop for, I think, £4.99. It's multiple LED. The battery, again, all these are battery powered. Don't have a great deal of love for rechargeable torches, mostly because I think I'll keep forgetting to charge them up enough. Certainly this is what happens at work anyway. We've got several chargeable torches and no one ever bothers putting them on the charger. It's another one that is mouth portable. It's nice, lightweight, it's aluminium, it's fairly scarred, it's had a fairly hard life. I'll keep dropping it. But it works really well. It's nice and light enough. And the other two I use these things for, we have a cupboard under the stairs that I've tried putting lighting into, and all it does is create shadow. So I use these for going in the cupboard under the stairs a lot. Probably the one I would really rate is another one from Aldi or Lidl, this Livano Lux. It's beautifully made, single, I think it's a Cree lamp. Torch, battery powered, another single button there. Pocket clip. It's a nice size. It's largish, so you know you've got it in your pocket without being ridiculously heavy. It comes with quite a usable sheath. This Velcro actually still works after, again, I've had this 2 or 3 years. So I would vote for this one. Really nice bright beam that focuses. It's got quite a long range. I've had it out in our garden, which is about 10 metres, and it will illuminate perfectly at that sort of length. Plus the beam is wide enough to use almost as a lantern. So that, I think, would be my go-to number one torch. £10. Knives. This I really like. It's not perfect. It's by Biker Viking, and it's a slip joint Sachs. Unfortunately, there's no pin to hold that blade in place, so it wobbles around. It's going to get a pin, and then it will be almost perfect. Till then, it's a nice looking knife. Comes with this pouch, and that was £30, so that comes in price range. The other one I would probably take, if I wanted a specifically dedicated knife, would be this Rough Rider Sunfish. It's fantastic. It's beautifully made. It's incredibly sharp. It's a nice enough knife. You can actually do some reasonably heavy duty cutting with it. It looks really special. It doesn't look too threatening or intimidating, and there's 2 nice blades on it. So that will be number 2. Number 1 is my humble Swiss Army knife. This was £28. The model I honestly can't remember. Apparently it's now available as the Climber. But when I go out, this goes in my pocket, and I've used all of these tools at least once. Little blade. Probably actually the only thing I haven't used is that's a wire stripper. I've never used that, most because I've forgotten. The scissors have come in actually really, really useful on a trip up to see my team play at Newcastle, which was many, many hours. Somebody needed a pair of scissors because we were doing a sweepstake for the Grand National when he had a copy of the newspaper. Everybody got any scissors? Yeah, I have these. And he went, oh, brilliant. So we all had a little sweepstake on the coach. People don't necessarily like this version because it hasn't got a Phillips screwdriver, but to be honest, I've not met a crosshead screw that can't be undone with that. And everybody's least favourite feature, except me, the corkscrew. I got that because I was on a ferry to Spain for 36 hours, and they sold wine, and we didn't find out till afterwards that they would actually uncork it for you, but the cheapest corkscrew they had was 12 quid. I thought that was a real rip-off, so that's why I have a corkscrew on mine. It really is, I think, one of the most. It is a tool. The little hole cutter is proved when you don't know how useful these are until you actually need one. Actually, not entirely truthfully, the only tool I haven't used, which I can't even get out, is that hook. I'm actually not sure what it's be used for. That's where you could hold things with it. I'll put a little lanyard on it. So that would be my choice. That was £10. This was, I think, about £25 at the time. They're now a little bit more expensive than that, but this was how much it cost when I got it. And this is the combination I really do like. So that's my choice, and I've just realised I'm going to record an extra bit because I've actually forgotten to tag anybody. Anybody who watches this, just let us know and feel free. Join in, please.